have Gunnar DüGrey on the phone right now. How you doing, man?
Good. Good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. How did you become part of Vicious Rumors? Like, what led to you being in their band?
Well, basically, man, I befriended Brian Allen, the old singer from a while back. He'd been in the band for a while, and then he got another wreck, a really bad car wreck, and he was injured for a little while. Wasn't in the band for a bit, and I became friends with him when he was, not in the band. He lives in the same town that I do. And he and I did like a couple tribute shows and some other, little gigs and shit together.
Yeah.
And basically, they ended up needing another guitar player. He was still in contact with the guys, and he got me in contact with Jeff. And I put up some videos, learned some of the shit. And just sent Jeff some videos of me playing and stuff. And pretty much just went from there, man. I ended up joining the band again at the same time. I joined the band at the same time. Brian rejoined. And then we did a couple of tours together. And then he ended up quitting again to be with his other band, Dark Sky Choir. So now I got Nate Courtney singing. We got a killer new lineup. My buddy Cody Green from Chronological Injustice, the other guitar player, he's now playing bass for Vicious Rumors as well. So, yeah, it's a really cool new lineup. It's been great touring with those guys. And then, of course, Larry Howell on drums and Jeff Thorpe, the original guys. Yeah, it's just a really awesome lineup, and it's been a ton of fun being in this band, man. Playing some killer shows and killer music, meeting killer people.
It's awesome. What's it been like performing with them over the past year?
Man, it's been fucking awesome. I joined the band shortly, basically right as I was finishing high school is when I officially joined. And our first tour was right after I graduated. I got to go straight to Europe, and that was just fucking awesome. All my friends are getting ready for college and shit, and I thought I was going to have to do the same, and managed to join Vicious Rumors and basically sidestep all that horse shit. And so I just went over to Europe and did a couple weeks over there. It's some big festivals and shit. Played to more people I'd ever played to in my life, and that alone was amazing. And that was when Brian was still in the band, so touring with him. Then we had Keelan Hoodrup, who's now playing a Udo. He was on bass, and yeah, man, it was a great fucking time. It was my first time I released in the country, and well, I'm not counting. I took a little trip to Canada when I was 3, but first time that I remember actually leaving the place, and it was just fucking awesome, man. It's crazy how many more metalheads there are in Europe than there are here. It's kind of saddening sometimes, but we'll do, or at least how into it they are.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Of course, America's got its metalheads, and we'll do some good shit over here a lot of times too. But
yeah,
it's just awesome, how much Germany and other countries will really get into the shit.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah. And then we've had another couple of tours after that. We had a little period where we weren't doing a whole lot, but we're back now full force. We just did a tour of most of the U.S. and Canada. That was for the 30-year anniversary of Digital Dictator, so we're playing the whole album. That was almost 2 months long, so that one was pretty brutal, but it was a ton of fun, man. Getting to go through, see all the states I'd never been to, and do a little bit of the East Coast, which I'd also never seen. We didn't hit the East Coast very much, so we're coming back over there in May, hitting some of the cities that we didn't do last time.
It's awesome.
So yeah, any of you, Floridians and New Yorkers and whatever that were complaining to us for not going through your state, we'll be there. But you're gonna have to wait a little longer. May next year is when we're planning to do all that. We're gonna do a full East Coast run. I think the plan right now is to start in Texas, hit a couple of the cities that we just did last time that totally blew our socks off. And see you guys again, hopefully, and then go back through all the way up the East Coast, and then I think all the way back up into Canada again, Toronto area, something like that.
Just out of curiosity, would you guys be coming to Tennessee?
What was that?
Would you guys be coming to Tennessee?
Man, that I'm not sure. We didn't do it on the last one, so I'm hoping we'll do Nashville or Memphis or something like that, but I'm not positive that we have anything in the plans for that, but I really hope so. I'd love to visit, and I didn't get to see it last time, so I'm hoping we'll do something in there too. Appease all the, anywhere. I guess that's probably the South technically, but the South in general, that whole area seems to have a whole lot of metalheads too. So
yeah,
I want to try to see everyone that wants to see us.
Yeah.
We got a lot of big plans for next year. We're doing that in April, we got a full European tour. That one I do actually have the dates here for. We got shows in Spain, Italy, Switzerland, Germany as always, Austria, the Netherlands. We were doing Hungary, or not Hungary, I'm sorry, Belgium. And then we've got a couple other ones in the plans as well. Hoping to hit a few other countries in like the Nordic areas and shit like that, maybe in Eastern Europe.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be all of April. We're doing that. We got a festival with Black Dahlia Murder too, which I'm super stoked for.
Oh, yeah, that's kick ass.
Yeah, and Niederdal, however you say that. Sorry, any Dutch people out there who have to hear me butcher your words. That one's going to be in the Netherlands. That's going to be a fucking killer show.
Oh, yeah.
With some killer bands. And then we're also doing the Delta Metal meeting in Mannheim, Germany. That's going to be on the 13th. The Taxi Festival in the Netherlands, that's on the 21st in April.
That's kick-ass, dude.
With a band called Nevian. We did some of our U.S. tour with those guys, a bunch of killer dudes from out of Sacramento. So I'm excited to be touring with them again, too. Great band, great dudes. Give me a lot of fun, man. We got a couple other bands, too. Magisterium, I think. Sorry, guys, if you're out there. I'm pronouncing that right. They're a band out of Germany. And then we're doing some shows with Air Raid as well, based out of Sweden. So that's all on the European tour that we got coming up. So that's going to be a fucking awesome one.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. And then we've got something in the works, too, in March. We're hoping to get over to South America. That one's not booked or anything like that yet, not even confirmed, but it is a possibility. So all you South Americans, it's been a little while since we've been there. I personally have never gotten to go there, so hoping to do something in Mexico and Brazil and wherever else. Wherever the people are, if they want to see us, hoping to get out there. Got some negotiations going right now, so we'll see what becomes of it, but if all goes as planned, we'll be out there as well. So it's going to be a fucking crazy year for Vicious Runners.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like it.
I've also got an album in the works, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. So we're working on an album right now. Hoping to have that out next summer, I believe, is the plan. Yeah, I'll be doing some writing for that one, too. So I'm definitely trying to kind of channel my inner Mark McGee and Vinny Moore and just get some killer solos and some awesome songs on the album.
Oh,
bring back that old dynamic that Vicious Runners is so well known for.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. See, I was curious if the band was working on any new material and if you were going to be involved in the songwriting or not. That's really cool.
Yeah, man. I'm writing some stuff. I think Cody might be doing some guitar parts too. For sure, doing the bass, of course, because he's the bass player. But he's a fucking amazing guitar player too. So we're hoping to have some of his ideas on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's writing shit. Everyone's working on stuff. Planning on meeting up with Jeff pretty soon to go over some shit. But yeah, as of right now, to my knowledge, this summer is when we're planning to have that out. So getting close already, man. But we got the ball rolling and we got all writing a bunch of shit. So I think it's gonna be a killer album.
Oni Monk in the chat room, he said he's got a question. He said, I saw Vicious Rumors is based in Alameda, California. Have you been to or played the Oakland Metro? And what other Bay Area clubs have you played?
I personally have not. We played Pacifica just on this last tour. That one we did Longboard's Margarita Bar. Never been here. They just, I don't think they have live bands in there until just recently. They converted it. But yeah, we play Santa Rosa pretty often. That's not really Bay Area technically, I guess. But that one we've been doing, I want to say it's called University of Rock University, something like that. That venue is amazing. Really glad I didn't get damaged in any of those fires. I love playing it. Every time we come through, we've done a couple shows there. It's always awesome.
Yeah.
We sold it out last time we played. It was, just an amazing show.
That's kick-ass, dude.
Yeah, man, I personally have not gotten to spend nearly as much time in the Bay Area as I'd like, but I generally get to go through there, anytime we're doing anything related to VR, but it's never for very long. So one of these days, I want to spend at least like a week there, just go check everything out and fucking take it all in.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Meet up with Jeff and Larry and go over all the stuff we're working on. Get to be our history in person, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So. In the plans.
Fuck yeah, dude. What would you?
What were you about to say?
What would you say your favorite Vicious Rumors album is?
Oh man, there's too many to choose. Fuck, I guess probably Welcome to the Ball. I don't know though, man. I love the self-titled album and Visual Dictator. Those three are probably tied for me for my favorite. There's so many killer songs in all of it. Dude, every album I mean has something off. The first one's got all those killer Vinnie Moore solos. The newer ones all have, just the crushing rhythms and everything that Jeff comes up with. And love the ones that Brian's on. Our old singer, Nick Holman, did some really awesome stuff on this last album. And they've all got something to offer, man. But I tend to gravitate towards some of the older stuff that we did. Just, classic sound and all that. But,
yeah.
And just some amazing solo work from Jeff and Mark and all those guys. So yeah, I'd say probably Welcome to the Ball is my favorite, but that's just too tough of a choice to decide.
What have been some highlight moments playing live for them?
For me personally, I get to play Bangerhead Festival last year in Germany. That was by far the biggest show I've ever played. That was about 20,000 people.
Oh shit!
And that was pretty surreal for me. That's I played a couple of pretty big shows, but nothing anywhere near the scope of that. And even the catering was amazing. Just everything about it was just fucking awesome. Full rock star treatment.
Oh yeah.
And that was super cool, man. Especially like I said, just coming right out of high school and getting to do that was just unreal.
Yes, living the fucking dream right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's something I just had only dreamt about. So making it a reality was just amazing. Europe as a whole, man, was just being over there was just super cool and just fucking like an out of body experience almost the whole time. I couldn't really believe I was actually there. But man, all of it. I mean, there's so many. There's a lot of weird encounters that you have with people too. They're always funny. Just them telling you weird shit or just doing weird stuff. Not necessarily just the people you run into. There's so many. I mean, we've only been with the guys for about a year and a half, and I've got fucking more stories than I can think of at the moment. But yeah, man, can't wait to get back over there again. Our last run through Europe that I was a part of was only about 2 weeks long, so this next one will be closer. This next one will be closer to a month. I'm really excited to get to go over there and spend a little more time, see a few more countries than I saw last time. We had some dates in Spain that fell through last time when we came, so we're trying to make it up to all our Spaniacs over there and add a couple dates to this next tour. We're doing Barcelona and Valencia right now. Zaragoza, how do you say that? Playing there too. And Irún, I think is how you say it. So we got 4 dates there right now, but those are the first 4 of the tour, so coming at you first. Normally we start Germany, so we're sorry we couldn't make it out last time, but we'll be there in full force this April. So
fuck yeah.
For that, man. What did I say?
Oh, I just said fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking really excited to see Italy too, man. That's a dream come true for me because that's somewhere I've always wanted to visit since I was a little kid. Always wanted to see Rome and all that, so that's going to be amazing. Rome and Florence both are going to be, I can't even think of a word to describe it. Give me a dream come true.
Yeah.
And fuck all these other places too. Switzerland, like another place I never thought I'd get to see in my lifetime. Austria. I'm just over the moon that I get to do this and play music while doing it.
Yeah.
I have to spend all my life savings to go and see these places. It's just unreal. In fact, the guitar is the thing that's getting me over there. It's so cool.
Yeah. I would love to be in the position you are in, but I'm nowhere near as good as a fucking guitar as you are.
Oh, thanks, man. I do give lessons if you're interested.
I mean, like, I'd love to take part in it. I'm broke as fuck.
All good, man. That's something I'm trying to promote a little bit more too. It's something I've just kind of recently been doing. So if anyone's interested in doing Skype lessons and in person if you live in like the Portland metro area, yeah, pretty fucking slammed right now with my schedule. I've been really busy lately, so I don't have a whole lot of time to do them. But definitely after Christmas, I'm going to try to ramp it up a lot more. So if any of you listening are interested, hit me up on Facebook or something like that. Send me a message. We'll get something figured out.
It's fucking awesome. I didn't even know you were offering the courses.
Yeah, man, I've never really posted anything about it. I just have a couple people that I've been teaching in the past that's just asked me personally. But honestly, the main thing that's been stopping me is I need to get like a decent enough 6-string. All my guitars are like 7s and 8s mostly. So like, someone who's just getting started, like, I don't really want to teach them on a 7-string. It's gonna be confusing for them. So I think just get a good 6-string that I can use for lessons. I'll get one soon. But yeah, if anyone's interested in 7 and 8 stuff, I'm definitely your guy. And if not, I can still do some 6-string shit and all that too. So I'll probably put out an actual thing about it one of these days. But yeah, it's been pretty. I don't want to say intimate. That's a weird word to use, but I haven't really gone public with it yet. So I guess this is my first public announcement about it.
It's awesome. I noticed, I mean, everybody probably noticed this if they pay attention to your shit, but I noticed you really love Dean guitars. What drives you to get, like, what makes you lean towards Dean? Like, what makes them better than everybody else?
Oh, man, I mean, my first guitar was a Dean, so it's something that I've kind of always played. My first guitar was a Michael Schenker signature. Actually, at that festival that we played, he was at that one also. I got to kind of share the stage with him, which was fucking really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so my first one was a Dean B, and then I had a couple other guitars since then, and always kind of gravitated back towards the Dimebag guitars and whatever else that was coming of age as a guitar player. I was a huge fan of Pantera, so I was getting all those fucking cool pointy guitars, the MLs and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think about 5 years into my guitar playing, I finally got a 7-string, and I got a Dean RC7, which I still have, the Rusty Cooley signature. And since then, man, I mean, that's fucking pretty much all I've played the last almost 6 years. I think we got like 8 of them now, something like that. I just absolutely love those guitars, and there's so many things about them that are just so unique. Everything from like the cutaway to the neck profile to just, I don't know, man, I don't even know how to put it into words, but just like anytime I pick up a different guitar, it just doesn't feel as good as the RC7s and the 8s that I have. So I don't know, I have no plan of going anywhere else anytime soon. But Rusty, actually, for those of you who don't know, is part of the ways with Dean guitars recently. But I know Dean is planning to make some different models to kind of fill that void, so I'm definitely excited to see what they come up with and what other models they roll out that are in that same vein. Definitely plan on getting some of those next year when they come out with them, and hopefully doing some tours with them. Fuck yeah, man. But, yeah, man. If you haven't played one of the RC7s or 8s, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice. They're not making them anymore, so if you are able to find one, definitely hang on to it, because it could be worth a lot someday. And if not, always, Dean has plenty of other shit that they're making. It's all really good quality and just really awesome name and legacy and everything, so can't recommend them enough.
Yeah, I wanted to buy one for a while, but I just haven't had the spare money to throw at one yet.
Yeah, man. That's one thing that's cool too, man. The imports even are fucking awesome too. I've got 2 other Korean RC7s, and they're significantly cheaper than the USA, and they're still like fucking really, really awesome quality and well-made guitars.
Yeah.
I did my last tour with one of them, and I can hardly tell the difference between that and the USA.
Oh, that's awesome.
And of course, the handmade ones are amazing too, of course, as they should be.
yeah, I bet. Oni Monk in the chat room wants to know if you can give him a quick rig rundown.
Yeah, so generally, like this last tour, I actually just used a Headrush pedal board. I just went DI the whole tour rather than bringing amps around because it's just so much easier to do that. So yeah, basically I brought my two RC7s, my main one and my backup, and then, well, I say backup, I mean, I probably use them both about equally because I love them both, but, you know, one of each just in case I break a string. And then I brought the Headrush pedal board and, basically just dialed that in how I liked it and just brought an XLR cable, and that thing just went straight into the PA. That just blasted me in the face through the monitor all night, and you know, that was plenty of volume without that big cab I normally bring around. And,
yeah.
We did bring some extra speakers for a little bit of stage volume just to put behind us, but that made the tour so much easier, so I definitely recommend those.
Oh, yeah.
But if I'm doing like a shorter run or, you know, just a local show or something like that, I always use my Randall Satan stack. That thing is just fucking awesome. You know, you can't beat a tube sound, really. You can beat it in convenience, but in sound, it's hard to beat. So that's the one that I will always recommend for anyone that's, you know, looking for a good tube amp. This thing is specifically designed for extended range guitars. You can dial in the low end gain for like an 8-string or something like that, versus the high end, like when you're doing like soloing stuff versus, you know, playing down low, because you gotta need a distinct difference between the two.
Yeah.
8-string, such a massive range of different sonic frequencies, you know, you can't really just have one gain to cover it all. So this thing is really able to bring out the best in both sides of the fretboard, and then with the pickups, I use bare knuckle pickups also. And those things, you know, same thing. I use the juggernauts primarily in those, like just really, really bring out the clarity in your distortion. And you can just hear every individual note when you're picking through them, and even in big chords and stuff like that. Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man. They sound amazing paired with that Satan. But yeah, as far as tours go, anything long, usually I just bring that pedal board and play through whatever's there, play through the PA. Jeff did that on the last tour too, and just it made things way easier. We just packed everything up in our vehicle and didn't have to have a trailer or anything like that. You know, travel time is a lot shorter that way, saves gas mileage. There's a lot of benefits to it, and you save your back.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, not having to fucking bring amps up and downstairs and, you know, whatever else. So, yeah, man, I keep it pretty simple usually. Simpler the better. Couple of t-shirts, a few pairs of pants, 2 guitars and a pedal board, and you're good to go.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Toothbrush.
That's really smart thinking, especially like with all the gear that's being stolen from bands. Like the less you have to get stolen.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I've been lucky enough not to have that happen to me so far. Knocking on my desk here, knock on wood. So I hope I'm able to keep that luck up, but yeah, we did actually have someone, we think, try to break into our van when we were in Vancouver, BC. It's unfortunate. It looked like there were some like crowbar fucking marks or something like that. Someone was trying to pry our door open, it looked like.
Damn.
Luckily they didn't get in, they didn't get anything, but yeah, it was a little scary. It happens, but we've been pretty lucky so far. Actually, we got really lucky on this last tour all around with weather and everything, really.
Yeah.
You know, like, there were a couple times where we just narrowly missed these, like we didn't get snowed on in Canada. We're super close to that happening, having to drive through snow, and luckily we made it out right before that came. And we played in North Carolina while the hurricanes and all that were going on, and we were able to make it through there, too. And, didn't have to pay any astronomical fees crossing the border in Canada or anything like that. You know, a lot of the bands we were touring with and just, you know, other stories I've heard, people getting fucked all the time. We got really lucky, so definitely thanking my lucky stars on this last one that it didn't go worse. It was very smooth considering everything that could have gone wrong.
Oh yeah, sounds like a lot of shit could have went wrong.
Yeah, man, we definitely got lucky on this last one.
So, one thing I've been curious about is I haven't seen much of anything related to Chronological Injustice lately, and I was wondering what the status of that is.
Yeah, man, we're kind of, I'd say we're on hiatus right now for the most part. Like I said, Cody, the guitar player, is now playing bass with this Short too. So he and I are pretty busy with that. But the band is not, over or broken up or anything like that. I'm still writing for it and planning on releasing some new material soon. We're actually talking with a label right now on, possibility of a back release through those guys. I won't name any names right now because nothing's confirmed, but that happens, then we'll probably have some kind of a full release next year or two, and hopefully start touring with Chronological Injustice as well. But that doesn't happen, then right now I'm just planning to put out an EP, about a 5-song thing, probably around the same time Beyond releases their album, so just keep all the momentum, building and do everything kind of at the same time. Yeah. So I'm definitely still working on stuff. Cody's been writing some shit too, and hoping to have something out pretty soon. We got most of it recorded already, so like one more song, a couple vocal parts, and some mixing and mastering, and then have something out for them too. Cause it's been blowing me out, man. That band is still kind of my baby, and it always will be. The stuff that I primarily write from my soul. So I definitely want to keep doing that and keep writing music for it, keep putting stuff out. So I don't think, as long as I'm playing guitar, Chronological Injustice will still exist in some form or another. It might take forever for us to release anything, but it'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
The newest thing we have right now is that the video for Pendulum on YouTube. That one's with a couple old members right now, but most of us are still in the band, so it's hard to hang on to people for very long in bands. Those of you who have done it, I'm sure, understand.
Yeah.
But they'll always still be around in some form as long as I'm around.
Yeah, I was worried about that for a second because every time I listen to a collection of atrocities, I'm always just yearning for more Chronological Injustice.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, that album is awesome. It's, I'm the only one that's still in the band from when that came out, so we definitely want to get some new stuff out. My taste has changed quite a bit since that came out, too. And, of course, it's still going to be the same, type of music, but we're doing 8-string shit now, too, so it's even lower than before, but trying not to get too carried away with the chanting. It's still going to be, technical and whatever else. But man, we got James Sumner on vocal. He's an amazing singer, so it's been really cool having him throw down some vocals on there. And then I've mentioned it a few times now, but Cody playing second guitar too. And historically, CI's pretty much all just been shit that I've written, but Cody's coming up with some really cool stuff, and we're actually going to be using some of his parts in some of the new songs too. So really excited to be working with him as well. And just having kind of a new dynamics, some new material, new person writing for the band as well. Man, I'm excited to get going with that again too, but probably be a little while before you see anything from that. But don't give up hope. It's coming. Coming slowly, but it's coming.
Speaking of a collection of atrocities, I got a couple questions about it because of how much I fucking like that album. What's the story behind it?
That one, so Chronological Injustice has always been a concept for, basically all the stuff we write about is all atrocities, basically just awful shit that people do to each other and have done, throughout history, because it's just a never-ending topic, really. You can always find something horrible that someone has done to someone else.
Yeah.
So, what better thing in metal to write about than bad things that happen to people.
Yeah.
So, it's aggressive music, might as well keep it aggressive with the lyrics too, but, we're not just singing about violence or whatever, glorifying it. It's, I always want to keep that history alive and make sure people, remember things that have happened in the past or will be soon to repeat it, as the old saying goes. So that album is just a couple of different stories of things that, they're all just kind of random, but Panzram. It's one of America's first serial killers. And this new EP that we're working on actually is it's a concept album just solely about serial killers, the plan right now anyway. So I kind of wish I'd saved that one for this new EP, but it's out already, so too late for that one. But yeah, Selling the Book Earl Panzram. And then we got Become Death, which is, that one's kind of focused on the Okigahara Forest in Japan, which is one of the more common suicide destinations in the world. And that one's more of like an indirect atrocity, I guess, where, you know, the society of not just Japan, but kind of the whole world, and just, you know, about things that lead people to do crazy shit like that and take their lives. And then Heterodox is, now it's kind of about like modern day conflict in the Middle East, and you know, just this ongoing war that we can't seem to ever escape for one reason or another. And then Crusades, part 1 and 2, that's obviously about the Crusades, but more specifically the siege of the city of Mara, which was it was a Muslim-occupied city during the Crusades, and the Christians were attempting to take it, and basically they came up to the city and told them that they would come in peaceably and just wanted to, you know, talk to them or something along those lines. And so the Muslims ended up letting them in, and of course, you know, they were not coming in peaceably, and they ended up slaughtering the city. And I can't remember what happened exactly. I think there was a sandstorm or something happened where they couldn't leave right away. I'm forgetting the story. They were stuck there for a couple of weeks and ended up running out of all their rations, and then they started cannibalizing the bodies and stuff that were there, and all the stray dogs and whatever else they could eat. And
damn.
I think everyone ended up dying at the end, but yeah, really dark stuff. But you know, that's just one small piece of an insanely long war that really didn't amount to anything. So I mean, we could easily do a whole concept album on the Crusades alone.
Yeah.
But with that one, that's probably my favorite, personal favorite off the album, just because I had a lot of fun writing it and kind of trying to infuse that Middle Eastern vibe in there to kind of tell a story without even, you know, having to listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of would like to try to do something similar on this next album, not Middle Eastern necessarily, but just have that kind of really thick atmosphere, I guess, to a song, or that mood, I guess. So this last one we're working on right now is going to be a pretty long one that kind of has, I think anyway, like a certain vibe, like Crusades does, and then the rest are going to be kind of more classic, you know, tech death songs, I guess. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. But yeah, really anything Crusade or that Chronological Injustice writes about is something in that vein, where, you know, I'm just kind of a history buff, so I've always been into that type of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was, you know, just cool to write about history and have there be like a little lesson of some sort in all of our music, even if you can't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
So look it up, I guess.
I think that's a really awesome thing to do with your music, because like I know you're talking about the whole, you know, making sure that nobody realizes, like, you know, nobody thinks that you're condoning violence.
Right, yeah.
Because I think that's just a common misinterpretation of metalheads, is that we condone violence. Definitely. But like doing stuff like that, trying to get people to realize the shit we did in history, and just yeah, like that's so fucking cool, man.
Thanks, man.
And like, I mean, I'm personally enjoying this more because I love history too. But
yeah,
I my favorite track off that album has always been "Become Death," and like I always associated it with being self-destructive, but I didn't realize that it was about the suicide forest, and that's so cool.
Yeah. Originally, it was just called Suicide Forest.
Oh, wow.
That was the name for the longest time. I still slip up and call it that sometimes, but you know, not a very original name. So yeah, we changed it to Become Death. I think that's a cooler title, but yeah, so it is about that specifically. And Japan's also a country that I've just always had kind of a fascination with, and
oh yeah,
I'd love to go there someday too. But yeah, if I ever go there, that's definitely on my bucket list to go and check out that forest and take a hike through it or something. Hopefully I won't find any dead bodies by accident, but yeah, full of a ball. If you saw that.
Oh,
but,
God, he fucked up so bad.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, man. Sometimes I kick myself for making CI that because then I got to do all this fucking research every time I write a song.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a labor of love.
Yeah. On that album, did you guys get with a record label to produce it, or did you guys produce that independently?
No, we did it all independently. We recorded it through Human Studios, and he did all the mixing and mastering, and I believe he did the full recording. I'm trying to remember what we did. It was a couple years ago. But yeah, I think we did everything through him, and we just kind of released it ourselves. Unfortunately, the members that we had at the time, basically right after we released it, they like all quit. So it kind of just blunted any momentum that we had at the time, and we couldn't really play any shows afterwards. So that album kind of just came out and fell right on its face and could never do anything. So it's out there now as you know, the only really album that we've released. And yeah, so that's why I'm looking forward to getting something new out with the new guys and you know, a little more accurate representation of what we are now.
Yeah.
Well, and hopefully, you know, some kind of label backing too, but if not, you know, we'll keep doing what we're doing, and you know, as I get further with Mr. Shrimmers, I'm sure people will start to recognize just me personally more. Hopefully we'll take a, you know, close look at Cody too. Take a closer look at Chronological Injustice when they, you know, do a little bit of research into VR.
Oh yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I think, you know, for a first public release, you know, early album, that it has a lot of really good quality to it. Like the production is so good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, Human is based out of, I want to say Southeast Portland, based out of Portland. But that's a guy I always recommend when people are looking to do some really good quality recordings. Does all the recording, mixing, mastering, all that stuff. And you know, basically goes by the Human. So yeah, anyone in the Portland area that's looking for some good recordings for, you know, a lot less than you spend at most places, that's the guy I recommend for sure. We still go to him today. So
fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, he does some really good work.
So
I'll make sure to let him know that I gave him a shout out on here. He'll be thrilled, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's always good to support underground
definitely.
businesses.
Some of my very first recordings that I ever made when I was like 12 years old were through him, so I've been going to him for very many years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait, are you... So if you're just out of high school, like, are you... I'm not trying to get personal, but like, how old are you, man?
I'll be 20 in a couple weeks, so I've been out of high school for over a year now, but yeah, I graduated last summer, so yeah, almost 20.
Shit. It's just crazy. Like, you're a year older than me, and you've already accomplished, like, shit that people accomplish by their 30s.
Thanks, man.
It's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I started guitar really young. I'm definitely glad I started when I did. I was 9 at the time, so like right around my 9th birthday is when I started. So that was back when I had time to just sit and fucking, you know, never leave my bedroom and just play all the time. Now I'm fucking too busy with work and shit. Adulthood just kind of sneaks up on you and takes all your time away. So
I know exactly what you mean.
Kids out there that are still in school, I definitely encourage you to take advantage of whatever time you have and try to put it towards something valuable. I never really got into partying and all that shit when I was in high school, and never really did any drugs. I drank a little bit, but you know, nothing crazy. And I'm definitely glad that I spent my time doing something a little more productive. There's a lot more to show for it now than I would have if I had just been fucking around. So yeah, man. Any of you young whippersnappers out there listening, try to you know, find your passion young if you can, whatever your hobby is, and become the best at it that you could be before you get thrown into the adult world and have to work all the fucking time. But even if you are in that adult world already, it's not too late, you know?
Yeah.
You can always keep progressing and put any available time and effort you do have into it. You'll fucking be amazed at the
Yeah, I wish I used my time better while I was still in school, because now I got work in college, and it's just fucking eating away at my time. And, like, man, it's definitely really good advice. Like, it's really awesome advice. I wish I got that advice when I was younger.
Yeah, luckily, I mean, my dad was a big part of it, too. He was one who always kind of pushed me to do it a lot, but it's something that I enjoyed, so that makes all the difference in the world, you know. He could have battered me all he wanted, and if I didn't want to do it, I probably wouldn't have. And if I did do it, I wouldn't have gotten better, because, you know, I'm just stubborn like that, I guess. If it's something I don't want to do, I just, like, will go out of my way to not get good at it. But if it's something I'm really passionate about, then I really, really get into it. It's how I operate, I guess. But, yeah, so anyone thinking about getting into music, I definitely encourage it. Do it tomorrow. Do it today. Yeah. Never have more time than when you're young, but even if you're not, it's never too late.
It's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
So you got all those dates coming up with Vicious Rumors. When do you think like, estimation-wise, do you think Chronological Injustice will be doing shows again?
Oh, man, I'm not sure. Shows, I mean, unless we're touring, I don't really see much, like, you know, are you talking, like, local shows or, like, tours?
Either.
Yeah, I mean, to be totally honest, like, I just don't really, the amount of effort that goes into, like, booking those local shows and practicing and doing all that, just, after doing some of the stuff I've gotten to do with VR, it just doesn't really sound all that appealing to have to do all that shit and just, you know, play the same old, you know, local shows. Not that, I love everyone that comes to the shows, I appreciate all the support and everything, but it just, you know, I don't know, it's just hard to coordinate everyone living in, you know, half of the guys live up in, like, the Tacoma, Seattle area, and I live down here in Portland, and it's just a lot of planning and driving and shit that goes into getting us some shows, so that probably isn't going to be happening a lot in the near future, but if we get, you know, some good offers after this album comes out, and, you know, if this label thing pans out, then we might end up on a decent tour, and if that happens, then yeah, we'll be coming back in full force. That's probably going to be a little ways out, though. But, you know, who knows, man? We start doing local stuff again, then I'll definitely promote the hell out of it. I want to come back strong, but, yeah, it's probably a little ways in the future, for sure.
Well, it's nice to know that it's still a possibility.
Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of people were, you know, worried that we were gone completely, and we're not, so.
Yeah.
It's just kind of gone underground right now, I guess.
I saw a question from Shane in the chat room, but it disappeared before I could fully read it, but he was asking about if he could get more information on the current members of the band, and I don't know if he was talking about Vicious Rumors or Chronological.
Gotcha. I can talk about both of them. As I mentioned all the guys from VR earlier, but I'll say them again. So we got Nick Courtney on vocals right now. He's been in a lot of bands in the past. He plays in Basin Northwest, Iron Maiden tribute. So, I mean, he's got a fucking killer set of pipes on him. I think he really does some Colonel Albert stuff justice. Sounds a lot like him, and able to pull off all the parts. So, we got him on vocals. And we've got Cody Green on bass, which is CI's other guitar player. He's a, you know, gnarly guitar player, just as good of a bass player. He nails all those parts too. And then I'm doing second guitar. We got Jeff Thorpe on lead guitar as well. He's the, you know, founder, songwriter, you know, lifeblood of the band, basically. And then we got Larry Howe on drums, who's also one of the original guys. Been there since '85. But he did the first album, and he's killing it as always. Those are the two, you know, main guys in the band that have been here since the '80s. So couldn't do it without them, of course. As far as CI goes, Cody and I are definitely still in the band, and then we got James Sumner, who's also still he's doing some recording stuff with us. I'm not sure how he feels about actually doing shows and whatever else. I know he's pretty busy. right now too. So yeah, it was never really fully resolved around the time that Cody joined. So I just haven't talked too much about it lately. So yeah, the lineup with CI is still kind of weird right now. We have Shane Smith on drums. He did a couple of shows with us before we kind of went on our hiatus. So I consider him to be our drummer right now. If we do end up, playing shows again, he's definitely the guy I'm going to call. But and we just don't really have a bass player. I've just been doing all the recording myself. So yeah, if we get to the point where we are doing shows again, then I'll obviously have to find someone to play bass. But as of right now, I've just been doing them on the recordings and not really worrying about who's going to do it in the future. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. So I'm definitely stoked with the guys that we do have. They're all doing some awesome shit and sound great on the recordings and live and all that. So anyway, excited to move forward with them.
You said Shane Smith is the current drummer you would consider for Chronological?
Yeah.
Okay, he was the one asking the question.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there you go, Shane. I'll hit you up, buddy, if we end up doing some more shit. I'm sorry. It's all kind of petered out right when you learned all this stuff. I feel bad about that still.
All right. I'm near the end of my questions. But what are the best ways for people to support Vicious Rumors and Chronological Injustice?
Oh man, I mean, obviously coming to shows is a huge one. Obviously, it's easier for you to come and see us Vicious Rumors than it is to see CI. But because we're a little more of an international band. But physical support is awesome. Social media, I think, is just as big. I think both bands should be on just about every platform, everywhere from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that. We both got shit for sale online. You guys buying merch definitely helps us out too. That's where a lot of our income comes from as a band. So shirts, CDs. I'm actually on the DVD with Vicious Rumors live last year at Bangerhead.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's one of the only publications that I'm a part of for Vicious Rumors as of right now. So that helps me out too, and it's just an awesome DVD. I think can't remember how many cameras, some absurd amount of cameras. Yeah, we got to film the whole thing, and it's about a 45-minute set. That show was 20,000 people, so that one was really, really awesome.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
the whole thing turned out really well. So that's something we've been touring with and selling on tour, and we're going to continue to do that. It's available online as well, so all of our shirts and all that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have all our stuff on sale online too. I just haven't checked in a while. But if you guys are interested in any of that and you can't find it, just message me again on Facebook and I'll get that figured out for you. But yeah, man, anything helps. Any kind of just listening to the music, coming to shows, just supporting us online. We appreciate all of it.
That's all I got on questions for you, man.
Okay, cool, man.
But before you go, could I get you to make a tag for my show?
Yeah, sure.
Just whenever you're ready, say your name, and then say you're from Chronological Injustice and Vicious Rumors, and you're listening to DJ Doomslayer on Metal Devastation Radio, and you can add whatever you want into that.
All right. See if I can remember all that. Okay. Hey guys, this is Gunnar DüGrey from Vicious Rumors and Chronological Injustice. You're listening to DJ Doomslayer on Metal Devastation Radio.